Hey everybody, today I'm going to fool around just for a little while because I got company coming, but I'm going to fool around with this 2007 Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck that we have named Coffee. If you have one of these trucks, I'm going to tell you a couple of little things I've found out about these trucks that you may or may not know. So, I haven't had this truck. I got it this year, 2020. So this is a used truck I haven't, of course, 2007. It's got nearly 200,000 on it, give or take. But what I was going to tell you is, when I got this truck, I noticed when it rained, I'd have a little water in the carpet. And I never could figure out what it was. I've sat in the truck, it wouldn't, the door seals, the door seals are perfect on this truck. And it's a pretty nice old truck. We try to take care of it. We put stuff on it just so stuff won't get wore out. Got me a steering wheel cover as well, trying to preserve everything. Well, if you watch my channel, you know how I am. Try to keep everything as nice as I possibly can. But the water issue, I kept getting, feeling water in the carpet, and I never could figure out where it was coming from. So I took it to one of the local body shops here in town, Athens Collision Center, and they knew exactly what the problem was. They said it's a common ailment. It's the third brake light. They resealed it with some silicone, I'm assuming. I just dropped it off and come back in a little while and picked it up, but they resealed it. I haven't had any more problems. Knock on metal. And the other thing I was going to tell you is this truck belonged to one of my friends, and he used to smoke a lot in the truck. He actually bought it new. So he smoked a lot of cigarettes in the truck. So we never could get that cigarette smell out. Now, my wife occasionally says she can still smell cigarette, but I can't. All I smell is coffee. So I had the truck detailed. I'll show you. I told him just go all out and, detail the whole truck. Once it gets detailed, I can pretty much kind of keep up with it. As far as keeping it clean, it's a little dusty, but anyway, he detailed the engine, done a wax job, cleaned the wheels, and the truck had some, my buddy had run over some paint that was in the road, and there was paint all on the side. He got all that off for me, which I didn't know how to do it without scratching the paint. There's some things I know, which is not a whole lot, and there's some things I best leave to somebody that does it for a living. So, remember that old Clint Eastwood, what was the name of that? Magnum, so anyway, his favorites, or one of his sayings was, man's got to know his limitations. Well, this was one of my limitations. I just could not get that paint off, and it was everywhere. So he got it off. It looks really good. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Got the engine detailed. Got the insides done, a good wax job on it, and it looks pretty good. But the cigarette smoke, I'm sorry I get sidetracked. What the guy that detailed the truck, my friend, he told me to get some little trays and buy some coffee, in a bag, and put it in the trays and let it sit, several days or something. Anyway, I let it sit a long time. Put it in 2 trays here and on the passenger side, and it pretty much absorbed all the cigarette smoke. So you might want to try that if you're like me and you buy used vehicles. When you do buy one, it's if you have cigarette smoke, you might want to try that trick. I would rather smell coffee as I would cigarette smoke. But as I said, I've showed this in videos before on this truck, but I'd had big trays, and I poured, a whole bag and between the 2 trays, and got me a stick, every couple of days, and I'd stir the coffee around to get it, kind of refresh it a little bit. And I let it sit for a pretty good while. I finally threw the coffee away, and to me, it smells like coffee. So, I'm pretty happy with it. The cigarette smoke, as far as I'm concerned, is gone. So, anyway, just thought I'd tell you that if you have a cigarette smoke problem or cigar smoke, whatever, and if you have a leak on one of these trucks, I've also, I'll show you this here in a minute. First of all, let me tell you, my wife and I went to another town the other day, and we drove this truck. Let me tell you something. This truck is big. We're used to driving this. This truck is huge. I mean, compared to, we drive this little Scion XB everywhere, but this time we went in a truck because we went out of town, wasn't expecting to go out of town, but you can see a big difference in the size. So anyway, my wife will not drive this truck. She says it's way too big for her. And it does take some getting used to after driving a small vehicle. And it's got a couple of blind spots in it that you got to really be careful. So I get her to help me look and stuff when I'm backing up. I don't have a backup camera or anything like that, or them little alarm things, beep, 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 when you're getting close to something. I don't have that on this truck. Anyway, we went to another town, and my wife, if you've watched any of my videos for any length of time, you've seen me use an old corded drill that I got back in 1977, 78. It's a Black & Decker. It's been a real good drill, but I mean, it's not, something that you'd want to, run out and buy. But I mean, it's, my point is, it's, how old is it? 40 something years old, I guess. So it's been a good drill. It still works. But my wife was bound and determined if we go junkyarding, which in cold weather, that's when I like to go junkyarding. So I plan on doing some junkyard videos real soon. But anyway, we went to Home Depot. That's where it was at, Home Depot. They had a sale going. And I'd already talked to Tim Dixon about this, about DeWalt drills, because that's what he uses at Gas X Chop Shop, 10 Mile, Tennessee. He's on Facebook, Gas X Chop Shop. Please check him out. He told me to get the brushless. So I didn't know they got brush and then brushless. So my wife went in there and, we went in there, both of us went in there, but she got in there before me and she picked out a drill. She said, I'm getting you a cordless drill. So this one, you got to be careful. My wife had talked to a salesperson in there at Home Depot. We don't have one in this town that I live in. So we was going to get the one drill, and it was $99, with a battery and a charger and all that. So maybe it come with 2 batteries. Anyway, come with batteries and all that stuff, and it was $99. But the salesperson, luckily, we asked the salesperson, or she did, which one would you get? This is let me turn this over. Maybe it's in English. Well, no, not really. There's 2 kinds of drills here. I wish I was smarter sometimes. I just impact driver and drill driver. So I told him I go to the junkyards a lot, and it'd be nice to have a cordless drill, something that you could use whatever if you wanted to. So he pointed out this one. This complete thing right here with this pocketbook that you can carry stuff in was $149. So instead of paying $99 for one, my wife and I got the $149, and you get the pocketbook, the charger, 2 batteries, and we're good. So Tim said this is what he likes, that they stand up to all the stuff that him and Corey and BT dish out. So they're pretty happy with them. So that's kind of I wanted to, because I was asking Tim about these earlier. So I'm tickled death my wife got me this. I'm really, really blessed to have her. But the salesman, what was funny is the salesman didn't even pay no attention to me. He was just talking to her the whole time, and I was standing right beside her, and I was holding a bunch of cleaning supplies, like for bathrooms and, such as that. Kaboom, I think, Kaboom. So, I don't know, we just kind of changed roles there a little bit. She was acting like the man of the house, and no, I don't even want to say that. Anyway, okay, here we go. Another thing I was wanting to tell you, please don't get started on these sunflower seeds. Golly bun, this is hard. It's a hard habit to break, and I've been off of them for years, but me and my buddy I worked with when we were welding petroleum tankers, golly, we'd buy bags and bags of this stuff, and there'd be sunflower shells just laying all over the place. Of course, we cleaned them up by the end of the day, but oh my goodness, once you try them, you're kind of addicted. It's the salt, I guess. So anyway, I keep looking at this bag, and I haven't tried it in a month or two, but boy, I sure do get tempted to. So anyway, my tip for the day, don't try sunflower seeds because you're probably going to like them a lot. Okay, that's information you probably didn't want to hear. Today I'm going to be back on the boiled linseed oil. That's about $10, I guess, at Lowe's or Walmart or I'm sure Home Depot, whatever. And if you'll remember, I'm doing an update on this door handle that I put some boiled linseed oil a couple of weeks ago, and we've had quite a bit of rain since then. I think the weatherman said we were 22 or 23 inches above normal for this year. So when I talk about rain, really, even the weatherman said we don't just get a gentle rain or nothing. It's just a downpour. So the door handles, they're not chalky gray anymore. And my point is, we've had a lot of rain, so it looks pretty good. So I'm going to do these mirrors, as I said in the previous videos back, several talking about boiled linseed oil. I'll probably touch this up just a hair. I'm going to do these mirrors. I didn't do them, and I'm going to try before my company gets here, if I can, to try to get this all done, if I can, if I have time. I want to try to get all this under here done because the water washes off. You can see the water stains, I guess, from that. And I'll show you the other side where I done the door handle. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's not as black as it was the day I put it on, but I mean, it was pretty dang chalky before. So see some wax I missed getting off. So anyway, I'm going to do the mirrors, do that, and I think I'm going to try to do these bumpers. Might do this too, bumpers. So I want to give it a shot, see how well it does, and I'll get back with you in a little bit. Hang on, wish me luck. Hang on. Okay guys, I got maybe a little bit more than half on this lower plastic piece under the front bumper on this 2007 Chevy. I have done the mirror, and of course the rubber. I've done this handle again. If you see any little pieces of flakes, I'm using a paper towel. I'm going to throw it away. And I forgot to mention to you also that boiled linseed oil is highly flammable, so don't be smoking around it, or be around somebody that is smoking anything kind of flame. Nothing. It's very combustible. So to me, looking at the door handles from where I had put this stuff on earlier, a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks, whatever, it's lasted a pretty good long time. So instead of, and let me tell you this too, while I'm thinking about it, I'm doing this for me. I'm not recommending it. I'm not getting paid or anything like that. As you can see, it'll still get a little bit darker. Got a little bit on this paper towel. It's wore out, but got a little bit on it. So, and when I get it on the paint, I'll wipe it off. Anyway, you can see this paper towel's not much anymore. I don't really want to put it on my rag because I don't want it to, when I put my rags up in a disposal, to be washed and stuff, I don't want it to catch on fire. So, paper towel it is. But that's what I'm doing. You do what you want to at your own risk. I'm not recommending anything, this is just what I'm doing. I sold my 78 Chevy truck, old Dookie, that I used to do a lot of experiments on. So now I'm kind of doing, little things like this on this truck just to see how long it will last. I'm going to, if I don't kick that boiled linseed can over, I'll put some here too. I'm going to have to get a ladder or something. As I said, I got company coming. I don't want to get out a whole bunch of stuff and than it being away. So put it up and down through here. Anything that's kind of rubber or plasticky, I'm going to try to put it on. We'll see. I'll just continue the experiment on this truck and see how long it lasts. So I'm not going to put none on the wipers because I'm going to repaint them. So I don't want to put none of this stuff on here. I'm afraid the paint won't adhere to it as well. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but the water streaks are gone. And anyway, I need to touch up those tow hooks too. So anyway, I'm going to get back at it. I'll catch y'all in a few minutes. Hang in there. Okay guys, this is what I've got done thus far. I've been in a hurry. Had some company come over and some more coming over. So, ooh-wee, oh boy. So, got this much done as I showed you before. I got this air dam, air deflector, whatever, done. Best I can. I need to retouch up those towing hooks, and my wife was laughing at me. She said, "What are those things?" She come out here for a minute, and I said, "What?" And in case you need a tow, you know, you can hook up to that. And she said, "Well, Chevrolets don't need to be towed." And of course, we were both laughing. But they do sometimes. I mean, they're like everything else. Even this little Scion Xbox has tow hooks, and they're right behind the little grill spots there on the corners. So anyway, I was going to tell you what I got done. Best I can in a limited amount of time. I have went over this panel that goes around the wipers. Of course, as I said, I'm not painting the wipers. I'm not doing the wipers because I'm going to paint them. So I've got this done, door handles around through here done. Now I'm going to try to tackle, if I have time before they show up, I'm going to try to get all this done best that I can. And I'll try to show you real quick. I maybe have a little bit on this. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting a little bit on a paper towel and just kind of rubbing it in. It's not very hard to do. And boiled linseed oil, as you can tell, it protects and seals wood. So it's oil-based. So that's why I say be careful if you're smoking something flammable. Spontaneous combustion. So anyway, I've used this for a while. I can't tell if there's really any smell to it that I can detect. But I mean, you can kind of see a difference there. I'm going to get a better paper towel. I wore this one out. That makes two I've worn out. So I'm going to get on it, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. So hang in there. Okay, guys, I guess you can tell the difference. I've got this much done. You can see exactly where I've stopped with the boiled linseed oil. Of course, there's a little bit of dust and paper towel residue, but what I was going to tell you was, this is, as far as I know, this is about all I'm going to do today on this thing. I've got all this done. I'll show you around one more time. I've done this, done the tailgate handle. I have done the door handle, the mirror, outside of the mirror. Done this through here. I've done all this, the air dam thing, in case you forgot, or deflector, whatever you want to call that. Oh yeah, this. It's dusty around here. So now, I just like this much. But what I was going to tell you, if you're interested in using the boiled linseed oil, wait a little bit if you want to. That's a big old can, and I haven't used very much at all. I mean, just putting a couple of spots on a paper towel and rubbing it on. So here's my plan. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'll update you periodically. Like when I do a video, I'll update you and let you know if I see anything wrong with using this, if you want me to. Just keep you updated and let you know what I think about it, if you're even interested in doing this. Maybe you're not, I don't know, but I'm trying to make everything, you know, my famous words, if you've kept up with me, pop, to make everything look better, you know, better than this. And, you know, this might be a cheaper alternative than buying something at the, you know, auto parts store or wherever you happen to shop, you know, to make that you put on plastic and stuff like that, you know, to make it look, you know, a richer color, you know, black in this case. So that would last years. Well, no, it would last me a long time. So I just thought I'd mention it. If you want to kind of hold off on, if you like the look of it, if you want to hold off a little while, I'll put some more videos up. And even if I'm not doing anything on this truck, which I very seldom do really anymore. So if you want to just keep up with me, I'll let you know how long it's going to last is what I'm going to say, what I'm trying to say. So anyway, and I'm going to let these paper towels kind of sit outside a while. I guess it's cool today, probably about 60. So I'm going to let them sit outside. And, you know, I don't want no spontaneous combustion stuff going on, but I've never had any problem with that. But I'm just telling you all this, so if you do it, you know, you do what you want to. I'm not recommending anything or getting paid to promote this or anything like that. I got this from a YouTube subscriber I had that asked me to do this, or wanted to know if I would do this, and I said, well, sure. So there it is. So I'm going to finish this up. I appreciate you watching the video. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I'm just putting a little bit on a paper towel and just rubbing it on, so I don't think you need to see all that. So let me know what you think, and I'll let you know in future videos as time goes on how it holds up. But, you know, on the door handle, it done really well. I think we've had a lot of rain, torrential rains, like 3 or 4 inches at a time. So it's held up pretty good. I'm really, really happy with it. So just thought I'd give you an update. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, please like and subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel, Primer is Best. And I have a second YouTube channel, Chevy Trucks. And I just post Chevy and GMC trucks wherever I find them or whatever I'm doing. If it's a Chevy or GMC truck, I'll post a video on it. If it's something that interests me, I'm thinking it might interest you. So hopefully it will. And if you would subscribe to both, I'd be grateful. Also, I'm on Instagram, Primer is Best, but it's all one word. There's no spaces. It's all one word, Primer is Best. And I'm on Facebook, Primer is Best. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Thank you so much. One of the next things I'm going to try to do on this truck is do exhaust on it. So the exhaust on it needs to be replaced. So I'm going to try to do that sometime in the near future. So there's lots to do. So y'all keep up with me. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Y'all stay safe. God bless each and every one of you. And I want to thank you so much for watching my video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. See y'all later.